Greetings, everyone, and welcome back once again to yet another episode of your beloved bi-monthly broadcast, Harlem's Very Own, featuring, as always, your three ebullient co-hosts. Now, I was given a challenge.
He was given a challenge.
By you, Jude.
Oh, yes, I did challenge you.
I was given a challenge to come up with some AKAs that would be slightly near as reckless as Ahmad's are.
Interesting.
So
I am awaiting.
I tried to rise to the occasion.
Hey, yo.
So
I don't know what the fuck you about to say.
Where's my helmet?
Speak your mind, Pastor. Speak your mind.
Speaking first, it's Justin K. Winley. Allow me to reintroduce myself as the Puerto Rican Punani Percolator.
Oh my God!
AKA Count Back Cracula.
Yeah! Bravo! Sir. Oh!
It's a dirty job, but someone had to do it.
Count back Cracula.
Yo!
That is some good shit right there.
I'ma steal that. I'ma steal that.
Mr. Count back Cracula. Y'all,
That
was good.
Shoulders to that.
That was some good shit. Hold on. I gotta brush your shoulders off real quick.
Hey, count back Cracula. Hey, count back Cracula. Hey. Alright.
Okay, next. I'm sorry.
Joined by my boy.
Yo, what's up? It's Jude, aka Ben Tafenda, aka the May Guy, aka Promiscuous Boy, aka Satan Sushada.
Oh, Satan's
Good Lord.
Jesus.
And our third mic.
Hi, everybody. Hello. How are you doing? My name is Ahmad K. Simmons, a.k.a. Mr. Afrometheus Leonard Jackson with the toe and titty in my mouth.
At the same time. I failed. I already failed, by the way.
The toe and the titty.
There was no point to even trying. Because
No point whatsoever, yo. But no. Count back Cracula is
That was some good shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo.
I'll give you some good old props for that one, my brother. Yes, sir. That was great.
Shit. That's that Spike Lee, like, one of them shits.
It's like if Spike Lee directed a fucking Dracula movie, that would be some shit.
Count back Cracula.
A Spike Lee joint.
Oh my God. Justin, you need, fuck reference.
this is the new one.
His name is Count Back Cracula.
Yo, we need to get him a jacket.
We need stickers.
A big, long duster.
Ooh.
And on the back, in like graffiti or like the Warriors type graffiti, Count Back Cracula.
Count Back
and it'd be
Cracula.
Eddie Murphy's face from Vampire in Brooklyn. Or with just Justin's face and just put mad vampire makeup
I
on
love
shit.
it. I love it. I am all. I'm here for it.
Bats on the arms, bats
Yes.
on the sleeves.
I love that y'all are designing this superhero costume. For
It's
me.
amazing.
And you know who can make it? Stephanie.
Yep. And then we'll put some Doc Martens on your shit. Ooh.
And black jeans.
Wow. And then he got to have like a child support form in his hand.
I think we are literally pitching a blaxploitation film right now. Like the first HBO production, Count Black Cracula.
Yep.
Coming to a theater near you, 2025.
And me and Ahmad are like his CGI pet bats and shit.
We all in the back.
Like Hades with the two niggas, the two demons. From
Yep. And then you got Spike Lee in the back as Igor talking about some, Dracula. Why can't we go to the damn palace? Why can't we go to the castle and kill these bitches?
Dear Dracula right now.
Well, here's the thing: is it Dracula or Count Back Cracula? Because
Count Back Cracula. Count Back Cracula.
I have to find his voice.
Is it like a mix between the Count from Sesame Street and Cat Williams?
You might be onto something. Like what does that even sound like?
What does that sound like?
Because they're two completely different. The Count is down here. Cat Williams is up here. Is up here. So how? I can't.
Wait,
How do you? I'm just imagining the Count doing the what was the name of that fake drug that Cat Williams had in that special
Cryptochronic.
Cryptochronic. Nigga. 1, 2. 3 grams.
Oh my God,
Shit I gave you last week, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Nigga, it's nothing.
Nigga, it's
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga.
Right
This
here.
shit right here.
This shit.
anyway.
Called deaf. Okay.
No, you just lose your hearing. Yo, shout out to Cat Williams.
Yes.
Yo, remember they were trying to do the verses with Cat Williams and Kevin Hart? Cat Williams would smoke this nigga.
Yes. Yes.
Remember when he used to say the niggas on Wildin' Out?
Yes.
Oh my God.
This man was calling him out. He was ready. He was ready for him. But hey, it didn't work.
Smoke. Kevin Hart don't want no
It's
smoke.
all right. It's okay. You know,
Part of growing up is realizing Kevin Hart's not that funny.
But let's be honest. Like the man Kevin Hart is more successful than Cat Williams will ever be. He'll ever be. Like definitely. Yeah. But you know, hey, he made sure to have some mediocre / non-funny movies, but also have some shitty.
But who has
comedies
more memorable characters?
You're right though. You're right. Remember, yeah.
Even the white baby scene in that horrible movie,
dude, that was hilarious.
Was made from the mountains of Caucasus. Slavic baby.
How do you call a baby Slavic? That's crazy, bro.
The baby looked like Dwight from The Office and shit. That's how white that baby was. This baby looked
baby came out saying if he dies, he dies.
Yo, damn! What is that cookie? Like the Pepperidge Farm cookies?
Macadamia nut?
No, not macadamia nut.
White chocolate macadamia.
No, I'm talking about the cookie brand with the little woodland creatures.
Oh, Keebler.
Keebler, yes.
Yeah.
That's what that baby looked like.
My God, that
Keebler elf.
Keebler elf. Thank you. They lived in trees and shit. That's what they looked like.
Keebler. Those were some good ass cookies. I ain't gonna lie.
They were the little chocolate fudge strip joints. Yeah, those were dangerous.
Yo, drizzle on there,
and it's Girl Scout cookie season.
Dude,
Is it?
I literally tried like the new cookie that they had called Adventureful.
What's
it was
Adventureful?
cool. It was like chocolate with caramel on the inside with a little chocolate drizzle in it, and it was fun. But I do love my samosas still,
I'm a Thin Mint nigga.
I truly hate Thin Mints.
You know what? Let's talk.
Yeah. What you gonna do, Buster? Huh?
Chocolate and mint go together. That's literally me as a cookie.
The Italian is the mint. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
I would. It's the sound of Ahmad beating himself to death with his microphone.
Oh my God!
Well, right. On the note of Girl Scouts, that segues perfectly. It is National Women's Month.
Yes, it is. Shout out to the
women in our lives and the women of the world. We will be talking about, actually, quite fortuitously, we have a topic today that I think coincides quite nicely, unfortunately, maybe with Women's Month.
Right.
Wild.
What a way to start off with the month.
We'll get there. And actually, y'all did have to take an L this month because our first segment, we have to talk about this woman who got on.
Most certainly is a nigga who we have to stop.
Yeah, who got on Loretta Devine's internet and
Loretta Devine.
and
she started a new Tyler Perry movie called For White Women. That's for colored girls. It's for white women.
For Cracker Jacks.
For white women who watch too much of Bates Motel during quarantine. This chick. So I'm sure some of y'all have seen this.
The Notebook.
If you've been on Twitter. I should have kept this woman's name up, actually.
That's okay. That's okay.
Is it like Jessica?
Her name is Anne Lynn McCord.
Oh my God, that is white.
Anna Lynn McCord.
Anna Lynn McCord.
Yes, and Anna Lynn is one name.
Anna
literally
Lynn?
one name. She is a former 90210 star.
Huh?
She was one of the stars on the show at 90210.
Wow. Now, okay. Now listen. Listen.
She got tortured in school. Anna Lynn.
Yeah,
Anna Lynn McCord.
Now, before we start,
Accords in your anal, huh?
before
People
we
should
begin,
not be allowed to name their children.
and the government should step in and name every child.
You're like, hold on.
Honestly.
That's way too many syllables.
Right.
Who the hell is going to know how to pronounce that?
Anna.
The government has to okay names. Just said, fine. Ahmad, okay. Jude, all right, fine. Anna Lynn.
I do want to say about Anna Lynn McCord. Apparently, she did reveal she's been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. So, but that was in 2021. So, I mean, we can still make fun of this because this is cringe. But
This is very cringe.
We're not making fun of
cringe.
you.
No, and
We're
certainly
making fun
not
of
the
this
disorder.
bullshit that you do.
Yeah, and
We still make fun of
was your
Kanye, and
mother?
he's bipolar.
now this is so yeah. So Anna Lynn McCord gets on the internet in the wake of all this stuff happening in the Ukraine and recites an iambic slam poem. It's in like Shakespearean, like the rhyme scheme. And I was watching this, like she really did this in like iambic pentameter. Like she did this like a Shakespeare play. This is
is
awful.
all technical with English.
And she's basically telling Putin that like if she had been his mother, he wouldn't have turned into the psycho that he is today. And that's the whole theme of this 2.5 minute.
Well, nature versus nurture, I guess.
Yeah, but like what is the thought process
What is the
that
point?
you have to go through to be like, I'm going to film a video, and
What was your purpose?
if you know what's
First
going,
of all,
you know what's missing in this whole thing.
What's missing in this, brother?
Vladimir didn't have a mom.
Black.
That's what's
bro.
wrong here. That's
And
what's
I would like to make a 2-minute slam poetry
Yeah.
about him. Vladimir looked at this shit and he
Breathe
said,
hard on
"Who
every word.
in the fuck is this bitch?"
Why does your Vladimir Putin sound like Michael Blackson?
apparently she in defense of herself said, quote, I know how I could easily have moved in the direction of becoming a dictator myself. If certain circumstances of my life were different, were I a little less bent toward healing and more toward vindication, I could have been a darkly powerful person, close quote.
I think we all could, but it's just like also like
We all have demons.
not
Okay.
demons, but like goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Why bring it? It's not gonna happen. Why bring it up?
right. This is also easily worse than when all those celebrities did that cover of Imagine in 2020. Y'all remember that? Or
I thought no. I think
I too take responsibility.
that I hated. Like I'm responsible.
oh, that I do remember. But the
What was the
right
other
when
one?
George Floyd got
no,
killed.
you don't. There was that, but you don't remember? It was like Gal Gadot, like Tom Hanks, like all these people singing "Imagine" by
The
John
Beatles,
Lennon.
Yeah.
And they like
No.
stitched it together, bro. The internet
It's
was
horrendous. It was horrendous.
No.
Matthew
Yo,
McConaughey.
I had to
probably.
sing "Imagine" at my elementary school graduation, and it's absolutely a horrendous song. I don't
Oh
want
my
peace
God.
and prosperity in my music. I want drugs and violence.
I don't want peace.
I want problems.
Always. I don't want peace.
I don't want peace and prosperity in my fucking music, bro. What the fuck was that all about? Just like,
Oh my god.
bro, I couldn't. That was
Oh, no.
that was horrible, and this poem was horrible.
It was very
I like her intentions, but it's also like the energy you're putting into this isn't very productive. Like, shorty,
It wasn't.
What are you doing? This is not going to stop the war in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin is not going to fucking look at this shit and cry like, I just needed a mom, man.
Right. Let me pull
Right.
all these dudes back from
Let
Ukraine.
me
I'm
let
sorry.
me call off all these nuclear missiles and like let me not kill all these fucking Ukraine.
I just needed a mom. Can you
All he needed
how
was-
soon can you be in Russia, man? I need someone to hold me and burp me.
You just needed a mom to just touch his shoulder and be like, "It's okay,
It's okay, baby.
it's all right."
But
He
you know,
needed-
apparently,
you know what?
Go.
In that case, you know what he needed to watch? He needed to watch some Family Matters and some Fresh Prince. You know, those mamas didn't play in those shows.
They
I'm
did.
rewatching the original Fresh Prince because I cannot access Bel Air right now. But
Okay,
which people are
I
saying
mean,
good things about.
people were saying,
yeah, I'm
great
just waiting for
things
y'all
about it.
motherfuckers to be in the damn show.
Oh,
anything black, and y'all not in it, I'm not watching.
well,
I appreciate the support.
I love that support. You know what I'm saying? So we will let
Like, I
you
see
know.
this guy is Will Smith, and I'm like, all right, cool. Justin could have done it better. I see the other guy playing jazz, like, Ahmad could have been better,
Oh,
or Ahmad could have been a better Carlton.
hey, I mean, hey, listen. I mean, I'm
They
sure,
got
come
Carlton
on now.
starting cocaine and shit, apparently.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What? Okay,
they
I
turned
haven't
into
seen
an
it. So
antagonist.
Some booger sugar.
some good old white girl. Okay.
Apparently, this isn't the first time Anna Lynn has done something like this.
What did she do?
She also went viral in 2020 after sharing a message following the death of George Floyd.
So she
Quote,
got a track record.
This is. I would have found Officer Derek and I would have said, I'm so sorry, officer, that we failed you in your education, in your community, in your family, in the way we've mismanaged policing for decades. Okay. If the system had gotten it right, maybe you wouldn't have gotten it so wrong.
Why is it she making him sound like the victim? Like, all she's saying is technically quote unquote correct, but you're making him sound like the victim.
Right.
He still carried out that action. He still chose to kneel on this motherfucker's neck
for 9 minutes.
And he actually absolutely has all the training and all those resources to not do that shit, and also has the ability as a human being to not kneel on another human being's neck.
Right. Exactly. And you have years.
This is not like fucking this dude got cancer or some shit, and it's like the system failed you with our healthcare policies, with our healthcare policies, or all the pollution in our air.
Yeah.
Can someone just throw her phone in Jaws' jaws, yo?
Yeah.
Like,
some people do not need internet access.
No, literally her. Just when it comes to internet, people are just gonna say no. You had your limit. It was 30 minutes, and it's up. Okay.
Remember Leapfrog?
Yes, she did.
She needs leapfrog.
She does need leapfrog. But then she'll be like, but then she's gonna look at it and say, but what if I was that frog? What if I took care of that frog? He would not be going across any street.
He wouldn't.
He would be in my house under my care
and teach people how to write
and count numbers and shit. He'd just be free to be on a pond.
He croaks in my heart. Bitch, what? Wait a minute.
Listen, like Jude said, she's probably a very, very sincere, sweet, kind-hearted person. You can look at this and tell that she means well, but it's like no sense of like, when they say read the room, this is exactly what they're talking about. Like,
it's funny because the internet's a big ass room.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to read because niggas don't read no more. Wait, did I hit a nerve there?
No.
But I did to some people. Niggas don't read no more. They didn't read the room at all. They just want to say whatever the fuck they want to say.
You know what they do?
What they do?
They watch. They watch this Kanye music video.
Oh my god! I didn't watch the Kanye video. I just watched the part where they decapitated Pete Davidson's head. This is an ugly ass video. I personally hate claymation. I hate claymation and I hate 3D animation when it's done poorly. And this was done poorly. I
watched the full music video of Easy. It was literally what you just said. Like it was. It wasn't that much to see, some symbolism here and there. You saw the game sitting on top of a casket and rapping on his verse. Didn't really get what he was trying to do there. But then
the message didn't come through.
I don't know. It doesn't match the fucking cover it has.
No, it does not match the cover of a skinned monkey. But it moves on to claymation, where it shows Pete Davidson literally getting kidnapped by who seems to be Kanye. He was riding behind his motorcycle, took off his head. Wait, no, he didn't take off his head. He put his body in like dirt, and he spread like rose seeds over it, and planted it, and like his head started growing out roses. I don't know what that meant there, but yeah, in one of the scenes, Kanye is holding what looks to be Pete's head, and it was very weird. Didn't really get what was happening, or why he planted rose seeds in Pete Davidson's hair. Like he started cutting them out, and then at the end it was like it's like worry about Skeet. Like we don't know where Skeet is, but he's like JK. He's fine. I didn't really get it. It was very weird. The song is nice, but the music video was kind of dumb. But yeah,
I'm so
that was mostly
in
it.
The game, yo, I'm so mad at the game.
An enabler.
Yo, like
I really don't know.
Game also is on a new episode of Drink Champs coming up this week with Nori, and Game just be talking out his ass sometimes, and he gets himself in trouble, and he burns bridges. Like he was tight that he wasn't involved in the Super Bowl. He's from LA, and he's with Dr. Dre and was with 50 Cent, but him and 50 Cent had a rap beef in the early 2000s. But it's like, dude, just get over it. Game, shut up. Shut up, man. You're making it hard to be a fan, and I don't think I'll ever not listen to How We Do. Or West Side Connection, or fucking damn, I love Game.
Game is dope.
If I made every wrong decision in my entire life, I would be Game.
I remember you saying that. Look, this last part of this article here off of Daily Beast. It says that the roses grown around Davidson's bloated head at 6,000 in the grave, puts them in the back of a vehicle and drives off. This, it seems, is a depiction of the heavily mocked truck of roses West sent Kardashian on Valentine's Day, which featured the phrase, "My message is crystal."
Yeah, he did do that.
Featured the phrase, "My message is crystal clear."
Dickhead.
And so at the end, here's what it says: everybody lived happily ever after, including Skeet, which is scratched out, and it says, "You know who." But the final line, it says, "JK, he's fine."
She's legally single now, so like,
yeah, literally,
nigga, just. And he got a copycat Kim running around too now.
That's.
I'm like, bro, I understand. I have a type. These niggas like to make fun of how a lot of my, shorties all look like they could be in the same family, but they not.
Listen, I mean, hey,
not the one that just showed you.
No, it might be a distant cousin of them, but
on the daddy's side.
just because they all have big butts and just happen to be Latina,
short.
They're not all short. One of them was 6 feet. Okay.
We know what you like, sir.
They're average height. What? Compared to me, they're short.
Hey, short. Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, listen. Oh, yes. Compared to you, they are short.
It's not like I'm with anyone who's like 4'11".
Right.
No, but you would definitely fuck a 4'11" woman.
Depends on how fat ass is.
Hey, see, you heard it here first.
Had a good personality,
right,
is well educated, and has something going on in her life.
Sense of humor, yes.
This nigga,
just none of these scary spiritual bitches anymore.
He
Don't
is
ask me about my motherfucking sign, please.
lying like a motherfucker. Okay,
He's a Pisces.
he is.
No, I'm a hot nigga.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Yes, you
but
are.
by the next time we record, you'll be 1 year older. If my math is
yes.
Yeah, March 12th. I'll be
You
24.
will. Woo-wee. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
Man, I feel alright. So,
You feel alright? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
birthdays are weird since mom, but
That's okay.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. It's all right. We understand. We're going to make sure that you live it up.
Yeah, we here
feel
for
me?
you. That's what it's about.
You.
Love you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, for you.
Oh, man. We love you too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of our other friends, Wes, of course, shout out to the Media More, friend of the show, whose house we're in right now.
Yes.
He's celebrating his birthday, today, as of you're hearing it, and I'll be hanging out with him to see the Batman. Now, as of recording, I don't think any of us have seen it, but I know we're all looking forward to it.
I'm trying to see on my birthday with Steph.
Yeah, my boy, y'all know Zach, obviously, Zach
Yes.
Palomo. He actually got to go to the premiere.
Oh, well, fuck
The
him.
red carpet
Really?
premiere. Yeah,
Motherfucker.
As it turns out, his dad is
somebody.
old friends with Jeffrey Wright.
What?
Who Jeffrey Wright again?
Jeffrey
Gordon
Wright plays
movie.
Gordon.
Oh, the black man.
Yeah,
Commissioner Gordon.
yeah. So
And he was-
Christopher Gordon is black. You know what I noticed? Even all like the supporting main characters in these superhero movies, they're not like Lois Lane or Alfred or something, but they're like their bosses. Like, wasn't Lawrence Fisher and Perry White in the Superman?
Yes, he
joint?
was.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Shout out
was.
to us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We be in those big roles.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
Commissioner Gordon, a black man.
In fact, apparently, Wes said that apparently Jeffrey Wright might have mentioned that his performance was loosely based on Eric Adams, which should be
Not
funny.
this man here.
Does he have the Michael Jordan earring too in this movie?
I hope so. I hope he starts asking Batman, yeah, you're fighting crime, but what are you going to do about this violent rap music that's
this
corrupting
drill.
the
What we're talking about, this
And
drill
you got a
music.
jump rope for me? You see this thing a jump rope?
Who, Eric Adams?
Yeah.
No.
He looks like he's in shape.
No, he looks like he's very in shape, but he's jump roping like in front of the projects. I'm like, nigga, why? In his suit and shit. I'm like, nigga,
That's worse than that white girl who was Millie rocking in front of the Marcy
Oh,
house.
that was
Oh,
horrible.
yes.
2015
I
or whatever.
remember that.
Nah, Shorty was really out at Marcy Projects.
She was in front of in Jay-Z's house talking about some.
where Jay-Z shot his brother.
I'm going to pay my respects to
scene
Millie
of the
Rock in his
Jay-Z
corner right
stabbed-
here.
Where Jay-Z stabbed the nigga for my Foxy Brown.
Oh, my God.
I come with all the historic hip-hop shit.
known criminal Sean Carter. But Jude, you had an idea before we came on that maybe we would discuss, some villains we'd like to see in
Yes.
the future. Obviously this
one
is
has
the
the Riddler.
first solo cinematic Batman that we've gotten since The Dark Knight
Affleck.
Rises. No, well, Ben Affleck was in he shared
yeah,
a
yeah,
movie,
he's
yeah,
sharing
so
a movie,
technically, I'm talking about like their own thing. Ben Affleck was supposed to get his own movie initially, but he dropped out of the role.
Listen, Jennifer Lopez will convince you to do other things, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Also, alcoholism, but still.
Alcoholism, divorce, lots of things were happening. But yeah, so we've got this new take on the Batman, and it looks like it's kind of like it's interesting because it doesn't look like it's exactly trying to be as like realistic as the Nolan trilogy was.
No.
But it's not trying to be like super obviously cartoony either. It feels very close to like the Burton movies in a way. Like it's
It
got
mixes
that
the
gothic.
animated series.
It has
Yeah.
that gothic feel to it, yeah. But still like
It's
very
because
heightened.
Robin Pattinson's hair is just like,
Yeah, he's doing the emo boy thing.
the
What's so funny about it is when you see all these photos of him for like the promotion, obviously they do him up, and it's like it's clear that if they wanted to make him the traditional Bruce Wayne type, he could pull it off.
could.
With the slick back hair. And
Yeah.
he could easily do that.
Hell yeah.
But they're doing something where he's more weird.
And I'm 100% for it. I read reviews, and I really got to say, I'm 10 toes down
Yeah.
and ready to see this movie.
Yeah.
Because,
Fantastic.
of course, this is a different take on Batman himself, on the actor, on a new set of actors playing lovable, memorable characters. You have Alfred, Catwoman, the Riddler, Penguin, who's playing by Colin Farrell, which I heard he
Unrecognizable.
murdered that role. They said he murdered it. And just of the overall atmosphere of Gotham City, like how are they going to make this? Yeah, they
Well,
said it's
shot it in
going to be
London.
shot in London.
Yeah, which is the first time that's happened. Usually they used to build sets in the
like
Burton and
Chicago.
Schumacher movies. And yeah, in the Nolan movies they shot it in cities. Although, well, in Batman Begins, they shot a little bit in actual cities, but they did build a set for that as well. And then they started shooting on location in different places.
it kind of reminds me of the Batman show Gotham.
I never really watched
with
it.
the gothic.
Never watched
Check
it
it
either.
out. It's a good watch. It's a good watch. Like the end season is kind of like bleh, but you finish the whole thing, and it has very gothic emo boy tones to it. Like the Penguin, there's stuff where
yes.
the Penguin and the Riddler are gay,
Yeah.
and
I remember Jada Pinkett Smith pops up on
Yes,
that
she
show.
did. Yes, she did.
pops up a lot.
And wait, no, that's the other show. Sorry, I was thinking of Jill Scott, but that's another show. That's
that?
that's Black Lightning.
Black Lightning. She's in Black Lightning.
She's a crime boss in Black
She's
Lightning.
a crime boss in
Yeah.
Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Can I be her
Sorry.
henchman? who rubs her calves and her arms and her feet?
That's your only job. You never have to kill anybody. You never.
Kill anybody. I'm just her designated masseuse.
Anytime you come in, you are needed. You run to her. You run to that door.
Yes, ma'am.
All you see is the toes. You just
Well, Zach said he loved it, and that he thinks
Yes.
that the rest of us are going to love it, and we will be.
But that
reviewing
bitch
it on
3
the review
hours.
board. Yeah, he says that he thinks it's a little too long.
They
Isn't it
said
two
it's 3 hours, but motherfucker said that it's like 2.
like it feels like a
It
movie.
feels like 2 because every scene is
Has a purpose.
fucking fire. The fight scenes, the characters, like literally nobody. It seems like nobody was like squeezed in
Yeah.
for a scene. Everybody had their shine. Everybody had.
That's good to
They
hear.
said everybody had a monologue. That's what it was saying. Everybody had a monologue.
The director of this, Matt Reeves, he did the Planet of the Apes
see those.
reboots.
He did Let Me In.
Yeah. Those
Which
you
was
should.
good.
I would recommend specifically the one that I like the most is the second one. I think
The second one was good.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn
Yes.
of the Planet of the Apes. It's not the James Franco one.
Yeah, the one
James
right
Franco
after
was
that.
the first one.
Yeah, the one right after that. Gary Oldman is the villain.
Yes.
It's just, but you can see a lot of the same, style here. And at first when the trailers came out, I was a little concerned that they would overindulge with like the darkness and make Batman really like.
Just like hello darkness.
Yeah, I mean,
my old
exactly.
friend.
He comes out and against one thug, he's like rocking
Decking
him.
the shit out of him.
And it's like that's not even the main dude. Like,
It's
No.
just Batman with Benny the Butcher.
yeah, apparently he's been listening to a lot of Griselda records. Of course, I'm very much looking forward to Zoe Kravitz's turn as Catwoman. In fact, it's motivating me to rewatch. The reason I also compare it to the Burton movies is because I think I'm going to try to rewatch Batman '89 and Batman Returns.
yeah.
And Michelle Pfeiffer's.
Yes, because
Yes.
Michelle Pfeiffer, even though when
Pfeiffer's.
when I saw it when I was younger, I didn't really feel like she was Catwoman.
It was like what I watched when I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
I was young.
But now that I'm older, I think I'd have more of an appreciation for it. Of course, Penguin is in that movie as well.
Yes.
Shouts out to Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, who
Eating
like
fish and all of that.
who like
and had
is
the-
like the literally the perfect person to cast at that time.
Hell
for
yeah.
that role.
hell yeah.
Of
And
course,
he
they
was-
made him a mutant, but
Literally, it was just like his whole body was just here, like a fucking penguin eating fish and all of that, because that's what he fed off of. But this penguin, I'm excited as to what they're gonna have with Colin Farrell, and and this is, and folks are saying this is not your average Batman movie. Like this is not like your Batman theme song coming out of nowhere. Batman coming in with the entrance, like shot in the face, and they have his theme song come on. Nah, this is full on gritty thriller type engaged movie.
It's
And
like
it's so, and that's what makes me more excited. Like this is something different, and I'm ready to see this.
I'm with you.
it seems like they're really emphasizing the mystery aspects of it. And a lot of people have for a long time wanted to see. Let's hope for
Whoop
that.
whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the bees.
Woo woo! I'm about to eat a feet.
A lot of people have been saying, they call Batman the world's greatest detective, but in a lot of the movies, we haven't really gotten to see that. We've seen him be the swashbuckling crime fighter and or like the ninja, but we haven't really seen him like, and that's why people
Like
wanted
sit down at the back computer.
Yeah, and
just
exactly.
investigation, just like yo.
And that's
how
why
is this
people
connected to this?
wanted to see the Riddler in the Nolan trilogy.
I
but
wanted to see the Riddler so bad, yo. I love the Riddler.
I'll say this, and then we can move on to the question that Jude had that brought us here in the first place. But I was talking to someone about it a few weeks ago, and what I realized is with the Dark Knight and how they adapted the Joker, he kind of is the Riddler in that movie.
You're right, though.
He's kind of fulfilling the same sort of purpose, especially with like the scheming and the sort of philosophizing about like Gotham and its citizens and causing Batman to question his morality and all that stuff.
yeah.
Like it's after that movie that Joker really became this like, people started to look at him as this like symbol of philosophy, where before he literally was
Just some
an
serial
agent
killer.
of chaos and like and maybe that's also one of the things that's debated about the movie is like Joker says he doesn't have plans, but he clearly is planning stuff for that entire movie, like from the bank robbery.
He was already 5 steps
the
ahead.
hospital.
Right, exactly.
Anything.
And it's almost kind of disappointing in a way. I love The Dark Knight. I'm not coming down on it, but it's kind of disappointing only in that like Batman is, because he is such a planner and he's so methodical and he needs control. They're trying to indicate that like he can't keep up with Joker because Joker doesn't have a motive for anything. That's some men just want to watch the world burn, the whole thing. But yeah, it still just seems like Joker has plans, but like he's just smarter than Batman.
Yeah, honestly.
Which could be, that's fine. Like you
And
could have a villain.
he's not afraid of getting hurt.
Yeah.
Physically
No,
hurt.
he's not.
He'll
He's
take
never
a
afraid.
beating
Yeah.
to really beat you in your soul.
Exactly. And so, and it's fine to have a villain who can outsmart the hero for a bit. But yeah, I think like even if they had done Riddler in that series, he wouldn't have been too different from what Joker was doing.
That's true.
So moving forward in this series, who would y'all like to see pop up in a sequel or two?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I would love to see Firefly. I would love to see Firefly again. I feel like he doesn't get a lot of credit. Like, this man is he's a psychopathic pyromaniac.
Yeah.
And just
Arsonist.
wants to set the world like ablaze. Just everything is fire. And
just for the hell of it.
For the hell of it.
He's a mini boss in the Arkham Knight
Yes,
game.
he is. He is. Yes, the Arkham Knight series. And also in
The Batman TV show.
Batman TV show as well. I was gonna say, is he not in Arkham City too? Or what was he just in
I think
Arkham
he's
Knight?
just in Arkham Knight, but maybe they reference him in Arkham City. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. It was like a little Easter egg there, little Riddler clue.
Yeah.
I remember playing all the 3 games. They were fucking amazing. But, sorry, 4. Anyways, so I said Firefly. I would love to see more of Victor Zsasz. There was already Victor Zsasz
he's another serial killer. He's the dude that marks tallies on his body. Yeah.
And also Man-Bat. I would love to see. I know they had like a little comedic take on him, but I really want them to get serious with him, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say
because
that too.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, it was fine, like, yeah, in the George Clooney movie, but
The Ice Age.
God, my throat. Sorry. But I would love to see Mr. Freeze just go batshit crazy. I want them to get really. I want them to go brutal. Like, I kind of want them to like go to a rated R status with the Batman. Like,
we want to do that with every superhero.
not really.
Not every superhero. Like,
Not every superhero.
Spider-Man.
You wouldn't do
We're
it
not
that
gonna
way.
do that.
They're not gonna do that. But they would definitely do it
for the most part. Like the ones that we all are attached to. Blade, we need rated R. Wolverine, need rated R. Deadpool, need rated
Punisher.
R.
Wolverine.
Spawn, need rated R.
They would definitely do a Wolverine film like rated R. I would.
Well, they did. Logan was rated R.
They did. Yes, they did do Logan. Yes.
Well, you gonna steal all the ones I was going. You already took.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's all those four. Sorry. Go ahead.
But I feel like, you know what? The combination of I think they could redo the George Clooney movie with Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, but have like a real message about climate change in there.
Yes.
Right. Because that is what that movie's trying to do, which is why it's so weird that they team up, because their goals are completely antithetical. Mr. Freeze wants to freeze the planet. She wants to populate it with plants.
She wants to heal the earth.
But,
but if he freezes the planet, it would kind of just have a reset button, and she could take over.
Maybe freeze the planet in the Arctic land.
But that's also part of the thing that's weird, is that like Mr. Freeze is not a megalomaniac like that. He has one goal, which is to cure his wife.
Yeah, just cure his wife.
True. That's true.
And then I think we got the best Bane we can get.
I think we can get a
better Bane.
First of all, ethnically, of course, you could, but like
I'll get a real Mexican fellow
or a Cuban dude or whatever. But in terms of his presence in that movie, he's pretty good. I'm
thinking like, who did I really like? Ra's al Ghul, like a really.
It'd be nice to see
even
him.
maybe take it back to the fantastic comic book shit, like really have him in the Lazarus Pit, and really have this story about him just living for centuries. Or
because that was a thing that Nolan kind of skirted around. He didn't want to get too
fantastic, but sometimes we're going to the movies to escape.
Right,
let's escape.
Yeah.
And Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, Mr. Freeze, and with Mad Hatter, would that be an issue with like Disney shit? Would that be an issue with
because of Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, but actually Scarface, the puppet.
Scarface.
Oh,
yes,
and ventriloquist.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is the thing, right? And I was thinking this when you started mentioning like Zaz and Firefly.
Yeah, what's that?
Is that I think that this universe and its aesthetic, they seem very appropriate for the more twisted villains.
Hell yeah.
And or the more fantastical. I think Man-Bat is someone I've thought about before, as you could fit him into this as like a,
does Man-Bat, I'm sorry to interrupt, but does Man-Bat just stay a Man-Bat, or does he like?
In some stories he transforms. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Clayface.
Yeah.
and specifically Clayface from the Batman.
Yes,
the Batman
Clayface
TV show
would actually
from
be
CW.
Clayface would be
where he was
great.
his best friend, who was the detective.
Oh yeah,
Maybe make Gordon Clayface.
they could do a bunch of stuff with it. Yeah, I mean, Clayface has always been a character that you can slot different people into and have it still work. I think that So yeah, I would have said Mr. Freeze. That's my number one because he's one of my favorite Batman villains, and
amazing.
And I'd like to see him done properly. But to name someone different that I've been thinking about for a bit is Solomon Grundy.
That'd be cool.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Oh my! I totally forgot about.
I think
about that
Yes,
too.
this is the perfect series for him.
yeah,
What?
it really seems
Solomon
like
Grundy born on a Monday.
Yeah.
Christian on Tuesday. Married on Wednesday. Died on the Thursday. Goddamn it.
buried on Friday.
Buried on Friday. And then what was Saturday?
Resurrected.
I think so.
Something. But anyway,
okay,
Solomon
sorry.
Grundy, an undead mob. He's not even a mob boss. He was just like a dude who worked for the mob, and he got caught up and killed, and then they threw him in some haunted swamp, and he came back. Sometimes you see him fight like Superman and stuff, but I like him as a Batman villain. Yeah. Because it's cool when Batman fights the occasional monster every now and then. Yeah, I'm so tired of the Joker.
I'm done with him.
Same here.
I'm so tired, and not
Same here.
like, and it's
No disrespect.
if we hadn't gotten any Joker at all since The Dark Knight, then maybe. But we've had like
It's been years.
We had Jared Leto.
Who?
We had
Respect. Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix, and
Yep.
we had Cameron Monaghan, I think is his name,
that?
from Gotham.
Oh, that crazy
playing a
actor.
version.
I
of
like
him
them too, though.
Yeah, so it's like we've seen so much of it, and apparently,
And we have 1 million of them in all the DC animated features.
You're right.
yeah,
It's
he's
like
right.
every single one of them. Joker. I'm tired of this smiling
it's enough
bastard.
already. And but apparently he is hinted at in this film, or they've cast a character that
Shoot
could be him.
heroin in my dick now. I'm tired of this.
They couldn't even make it through one movie.
No, they cannot. But it's literally we blame. It's like we got to blame our fans because we fell in love with the Joker. Like they've been. It's literally like Superman and Lex Luthor. You cannot get rid of him.
Right.
Where it's just like Batman and the Joker. Anytime
Yeah.
you think of Batman, you think of the Joker. You don't think of Solomon Grundy. You don't think of Calendar Man. You don't think of literally any one of his other villains. Like
Joker and Riddler are really, I feel
yes,
like,
Joker and Riddler. They are the two. They're literally the two that you will always think of. And so what I would love for them to do is to expand Batman's universe, like Batman's
Word, yo.
line of villains, because they
He's got some
need
of the
their
most
shine.
iconic villains in comic books. Period.
Yes,
Like, I was
and people
watching
can love them
something.
too.
I was watching something about like the best Batman the Animated Series TV episode, and it was how they all try to get the bat.
Yes.
And it was like Killer Croc.
I almost
Poison
got
Ivy,
him. Almost
Yes.
got him. Yeah.
got him. And I rewatched Batman Animated Series, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautifully drawn. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully casted.
Yeah.
And all these, villains had character. You cared about them. And
True.
it was extremely fun to rewatch as an adult. And same with Batman Beyond, Like, it was fire.
Man. Oh my
was
god.
absolutely
Oh my
fire.
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right.
Take advantage of your rogues gallery, yo.
You know who I think there's
Seven.
characters that I'd want to see, but I can I would put money down on
What
a
you
sequel
gonna say?
introducing Hugo Strange.
I would, yo.
You know what?
That
You know
is the
what?
one.
That was in art. He was okay.
Arkham City,
So
yeah.
y'all don't know. Hugo Strange was the main villain in Batman Arkham City,
Mm-hmm.
and this man was sort of like. Well, would you
He's like a
correct me if I'm wrong? Would you say
psychiatrist.
that he was sort of seeing himself as like a prophet?
Yeah, well, the whole thing is he wanted to. The whole conceit of Arkham City is that there's a new Gotham that's been constructed.
Yes.
So they take all the criminals that were in Arkham Asylum and Blackgate and they put them onto old Gotham.
Yes.
And they said, we're just going to put all these criminals here and basically trap them in this habitat.
Yeah.
and there's no attempts at rehabilitation. It's just a livable prison.
Right.
But then it turns out that Hugo Strange's ultimate plan is to destroy old Gotham and all of the criminal element on it. And he's working with Ra's al Ghul to achieve this goal.
Right.
So yeah, he's a psychologist and psychiatrist, brilliant dude, and one of those like ideological threats that Batman has to contend with, less than a physical one.
Right.
It's more about his mind and Batman having to challenge his ideas.
Mentally, fucking him up.
I could see him coming up. Now,
that would be absolutely great.
I like Two-Face a lot. I do like Two-Face.
I was watching something that I was watching The Take, and it makes me a little hesitant on having another scarred villain. It was about how people with handicaps and deformities are always casted as the villain,
demonized, kind of.
And I feel like that would happen with Harvey Dent. But I was watching the Batman animated series, and he already had that issue, and
the accident traumatized him and brought it forward.
The accident just brought it out. So if maybe they could really work that in, and really feel like it's just his internal
his
body
conflict
coming into fruition, then I would be cool with it. But just to like what they did in The Dark Knight, the way The Take said it, is the name of the YouTube channel, was his trauma of getting scarred and half his face burnt off is what turned him into Two-Face. But instead, really have him have that internal conflict.
Yeah, I mean, they do kind of a few things.
Or do I need to watch Dark Knight again?
I mean, maybe it's always a nice movie to come back to, but
it's long.
It is long. A few things. One, yes, and it's kind of the theme of all of Batman's villains that they, in some way, are demonized. Like, people with mental illnesses, people, you know what I mean? Like, he's beating up, like, the Mad Hatter, who, even though he's a pedophile, is also like, it's psychotic. Like, he doesn't know what reality is. There's a big difference between people like him and Penguin, who essentially is just a mob boss with a bird fetish or whatever. Like, that guy is fully aware of what he's doing. Or even the Riddler, extreme obsessive compulsion, and obviously he's a narcissist, but like, so there's that. And Harvey is a tragic figure. So I think that's usually when he works more. But I think in The Dark Knight they do try to introduce, like, he has a dark side to him. Like when he they do it visually. I don't know if you remember when he kidnaps that dude from after the mayor gets shot in that movie and the cops scatter. He kidnaps that one dude and brings him into the alleyway, and he's trying to interrogate him to find out who did it. And the dude's not talking to him because he can't. He's a paranoid schizophrenic. But he has him in the alleyway with a gun to him, and he's like trying to interrogate him. And the way that they shoot him in that scene, half of his face is cut off in the shadow of the alleyway. Okay. So they're kind of trying to introduce it, but it's never a thing they put a label on, like, when I was, because in Harvey Dent's actual origin, I think I did some research because I was writing a Batman story, and he was in it. And he used to be abused by his father, type of thing, and he developed like a dissociative identity in order to cope with that. And so when the accident happened and he was assaulted, he got the acid on his face, or however they interpret it. That like you said, it brings out. It's kind of like with the Hulk.
Yeah, and we've also had a lot of Two-Faces too. We had
Tommy Lee Jones
as like Joker Two-Face.
Yeah,
literally
every villain in that franchise after Jack Nicholson was trying to do Jack Nicholson. That was the problem. They didn't really have distinct personalities. They were all just like, and that's also how the Adam West cartoon was, though.
Jim Carrey too?
Jim Carrey was, he was doing his own thing, but it was still like being bombastic and like, I think they tried to keep getting bigger, and they weren't ever. Jack Nicholson is scary in that movie. Like I'm looking forward to rewatching it because Jack Nicholson he's scary in general.
I gotta watch that though. And we didn't really think about this one because he's like, his role is very small, but he's very sick, and within like some of the Batman games, like you encounter him, and you probably have a guess.
Is it Professor Pig?
My man,
stupid
dude. This
dude is twisted.
This dude is some twisted motherfucker.
I would also love to see him pop up in this series.
Love to. I'm all for
The creeps.
this creepy side. I'm so for. And I know some people.
Oh yeah, that crazy
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm literally all for, like, you know, some people might not rock with it, but like I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I want to get creeped out from these Batman villains.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing the joke. I'm tired of like, oh, that was cool. Like that was well.
Batwoman new synopsis teases debut of Professor Pig.
Batwoman, the TV show?
The TV
Yes.
show?
Oh, hell.
Fuck. No.
And this is from October 22nd, 2021. Batwoman synopsis from comicbook.com.
I don't
We're
like
not
that.
being sexist towards Batwoman. We love, women superheroes.
We love them, but
all
the
that,
show is
but
bad.
CW is caca.
Yeah.
The writing is terrible. The action scenes are horrible. The fucking costumes are terrible. It's just it's literally a bad show.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying it's a bad show.
Yeah.
Like,
And people have been saying that for a while.
literally,
Like any iteration, even the one with the white girl, Ruby Rose. No one liked that shit neither.
No one liked it.
And I feel like they just had a black woman become Batwoman for brownie points.
yes, they
Literally brownie
did.
points, yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to her though. A check's a check, baby.
She
A
getting
check's
the
a check.
bag, but yeah, CW doesn't have a good
But don't
track
tarnish your
record.
career, baby.
I didn't watch Arrow.
Hush.
I liked Arrow at points.
It looks like Riddler is Hush kind of in this movie. It looks like they're doing.
You're right.
Because his
Oh,
design.
yeah.
Hush,
And he was Hush anyways. No. He was Hush in the animated version that came out
I
of the
did not
comic
know that.
book.
well, I know
I did
he
not
was
know that.
part of that story, but I remember that Hush is like, he's Bruce Wayne's childhood best friend, and he becomes kind of obsessed with him and does this. He's a plastic surgeon, and he tries to steal. It's like Face Off with Batman.
That's funny.
But yeah, to your point about the CW, yeah, like, I mean, I didn't keep up with Arrow, but I
was
know
cool.
that's kind of
Same.
like probably the highest in quality. A lot of people like the Flash.
I liked keyword liked.
Yeah.
Liked.
The
I
Flash.
didn't watch it. I didn't watch it either.
And it's Supergirl. Every clip I see of Supergirl is.
I enjoy
Tomatoes.
I enjoy DC
Tomatoes.
Tomorrow actually. Like it's just fun. That's just
Okay.
a fun.
I feel you.
Whatever.
That was their crossover like movie, right? That they
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. Like just time traveling superheroes.
did. Kevin Conroy pops
It's
up.
cool.
Yeah.
Like
It's like,
alright.
oh, look at this. This is nice.
Yeah.
But the
Invincible.
last thing I'll say, I love Killer Croc. I
I
love
was
the
gonna say him
character.
too.
I love how vicious he is. But I
He's a
wouldn't
Suicide
want him to be in this Batman
nah,
series.
no,
I would have
no, no.
if Ben Affleck would have had a trilogy of his own. I would have loved to see Killer Croc in
Ben
that.
Affleck was like a broody ass Batman.
Yes.
You act.
And he could take Killer Croc, But other than that, I want psychopaths.
Do we
Just
ever
like
want
Batman.
do we ever want like a Batgirl or a Robin again? Or a Nightwing?
In this universe?
Do we ever want one?
No.
I can't. The most I could see is them doing Damian Wayne, maybe.
Maybe.
But like not making. But like I think they would. They're putting a lot of emphasis on the Catwoman relationship, so I would see him having the child with her instead of Talia.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
want
what
that
it would be. Man,
Dude.
No,
Holy
you know
crap.
what? No, you can't no more. Neither can you. I can't.
You, I can.
I can't.
we
Yo,
just had our son 5 years ago. Why does he look 24? Like he deadlifts every day.
I want to train.
No, it's not that I want to be, Damian Wayne. I'm just kind of, what's up, Selena Kyle? How you doing? Like, what's up, mama?
Take
How
me
you
out to
doing?
dinner.
Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo.
Man,
Oh,
need someone to eat your punani, Catwoman?
Oh my.
Let me ask y'all something. Do
What's
y'all
up?
What
think
up?
if Bruce Wayne was real, he would own a team in the WNBA?
That's a great segue. But real quick to actually really
To answer that
something
question.
about Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is a failure psychopath. That motherfucker needs therapy.
Yes.
As a nigga who lost both his parents, go to therapy. Go do your martial arts. Go to school. Make something of yourself. Use your family's money to fund the community and not destroy it,
Yeah.
dickhead. But to answer your question, no. I don't think it would feel like a WNBA team would be a solid investment.
I would say, like, according to piggyback off of what Jude said, the man who needs therapy, both parents killed, lives in a bat cave, which he doesn't keeps the light on, and
There's no air conditioning.
and no
or
air
heat.
conditioning, and just like he's like the Gotham City's Jeffrey Epstein. If you think about it,
I mean,
he has a
that
lot of
dude
kids
has
that
how
he
many
took.
orphans living in his
got
house?
like 8 or 9 of them. They're just roaming around. Now they crime fighters.
And
Count 'em down.
they trust him because he's Bruce Wayne.
We got Dick Grayson, Jason
Hey yo,
Todd, Barbara Gordon, Tim
Yep.
Drake,
Come on.
Damian Wayne,
Keep going.
Cassandra Cain.
and that
Yep.
white
That's
girl,
already 6.
The one from
Stephanie.
what's her
something.
name? The orange hair from Dark Knight.
I
Dark Knight
forgot.
Returns. The
Oh yes,
comic
yes.
book with
Oh yes.
Frank Miller.
Her name is actually Robin. Yeah, who becomes the last Robin, and then you have Stephanie something, who's the Stephanie Brown,
Stephanie Brown.
who plays. She was the 5th Batgirl apparently. So yeah, he's got a lot of young people in and around that establishment, and I feel like every time he brings another one,
And
in,
who allows
Alfred
him
is
to
like-
adopt all these damn kids?
Him.
Yeah, who's gonna stop him?
Who gonna stop? I'm Bruce Wayne, bitch.
Who gonna?
I got money. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you $1 million of hush money. Shh, bitch. Like, come on now. Let me get my kid and go.
Just give all the other kids in the orphanage some money.
Literally.
Literally.
But
Just pay for the whole orphanage for one kid.
the reason I mentioned the WNBA isn't just to dunk on them needlessly. A recent story has arisen that the WNBA is suing one of their own teams.
Such a
or
sad
fining one of their
story.
teams in New York. The New
and
York Liberty.
fired their executive. My God.
Yeah, the shit I find on Twitter, yo.
Literally,
Props to Jude for finding this in the nick of time for us to discuss.
the WNBA fined the New York Liberty team $500,000 for chartering flights
For chartering flights.
and other violations of the league rules. So basically, the WNBA, these basketball players,
These professional
these
athletes.
professional athletes, these tall professional athletes have
These women who are
been
6'7".
have been.
Liz Cambridge is 6'8".
Don't get me started.
Dude,
Apparently she has an OnlyFans.
Oh my god, I might pay for that.
you might have to do it, bro.
Oh
you,
my
you,
god,
you,
she's
you
so
might
damn
have to do it.
fun.
Dude, this is Buzz Lightyear chick.
Yes, that's
Oh,
Buzz Lightyear.
I didn't
chick.
put two and two
When
together.
She wore the little Buzz
I'm
Lightyear.
sorry.
I mean, listen, we're not objectifying her, but she is so. Oh my god, she is like gorgeous, like the Narnia oak tree or some shit. Like exactly what Ahmad is doing. Oh my, I will climb her like a magic tree house.
Literally, like, I feel for these women because they're tall as shit,
Yeah.
and they're
Their
flying
knees are in their
commercial.
chest in coach.
Flying commercial to these games, but the league stated that it is
Against the
a
rules.
competitive disadvantage
to the other
to
teams,
fly charter flights. In what fucking way? Like, they need
rather that the people who are flying the private flights have an advantage, I think, over
Yes.
the people who do not.
Yes.
Which is like meaning that they'll be more comfortable.
like they
Like, you
can
want
stretch
them-
out more.
You want them to be crushed up like a fucking accordion, my nigga? Like,
That's literally the
Literally.
only to come out like when you know when Tom and Jerry gets hit by a train,
Yo,
when the piano falls on them, and they're just, like, what are you talking about?
it
This
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is crazy to me, and so I'll reference this Sports Illustrated article. That you sent because this kind of came out in the wake of a couple of players mentioning a trip that they took to Napa.
Really?
Yeah.
It says the Napa trip over Labor Day weekend violated the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, a benefit that vastly exceeded the allowable compensation to players. So too did the charter flights.
Compensation to players. There's an allowable compensation to players.
Apparently.
The coach used his own money for this.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So Joe and not the coach, the owner.
The owner used his own bread.
Joe
for
and
this.
Clara Woodside bought and provided these flights for their team repeatedly through the second half of the season.
Okay.
A competitive advantage for New York that led to a league record $500,000 fine of the team.
My God.
Originally floated at $1 million. They cut it in half, reduced on an appeal, and the removal of Liberty Executive Officer Oliver Weisberg.
It's ridiculous.
The league has confirmed these details as well.
The sexism in
crazy.
professional sports, yo.
It's insane.
This would never. The men have their own damn planes.
Literally.
The Lakers have their own jet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they have niggas behind them. All their equipment managers, all the coaches that can't fly on the big plane, have to fly on the regular plane or whatever, but they still have their own fucking plane.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It really doesn't make sense how shitty they treat the WNBA period, and
Yeah.
they've been around for 26 years.
Yeah, it's a baby league, and
But still, like, there's no change.
no, there's no change at all.
As long as we've been alive.
Especially with all the recent uprising of women's rights and women's
Yeah.
equality when it comes to sports, like the women's Olympic soccer team needing more pay. Last year, there was a young woman, I forgot her name, who played for the Oregon Ducks. I don't know if y'all remember this on TikTok. I really forgot her name. I wish I remembered it. But during the NCAA tournament, March Madness, which is like the biggest basketball tournament in college sports, there was two different training areas for the men and the women. The women's weight room was like a pyramid tower
I
of
saw
weights,
that.
and from like 5 to 12 pounds. And the men had squat racks,
All of that.
pull-up bars, amazing facility. And
They
the
had
women
Equinox.
and the women had like half or like a regular cool size basketball court, and the men had mad extra space. And the NCAA was like, "Oh, we don't have any space." Nigga, you had mad space for this.
Crazy.
You know?
Crazy.
And the inequality is just ridiculous. I wish we had a woman with us today, but damn it. I just found this out yesterday, and I was like, "Yo, this is
Yeah.
insane. We need to talk about this."
But before I let you go ahead, Justin, just like put this out here. The highest paid WNBA player is Candace Parker, and
I know her, yeah.
The highest pay was $4.6 million, but her NBA salary was just $190,000.
A year?
Yeah. And so when it
She's
came
getting
to
paid peanuts compared to a
she's
draft pick.
She's the
in the
number
NBA.
one. She's the number one highest paid. LeBron James, who is of course, number one
LeBron
highest
James.
paid. His highest salary for 2021 to 2022,
Oh lordy lord.
$41.2 million.
Good
Man's
God
ridiculous. And
Kawhi Leonard made 39.3
What
in
the
2021.
fuck?
and all these
Oh
women.
my god,
And that nigga don't even have a shoe deal like that.
dude!
That nigga don't sell no
my-
Wheaties.
That nigga wasn't in Space Jam.
He was in the back. You ain't see him. He was just. That was funny.
Yes.
But also, all the women in the WNBA play overseas when the WNBA isn't in season. And when these women play overseas, they get paid mad bread overseas.
Yeah.
So it's not even justified that the WNBA is not paying them that much. Now, it is justified that not a lot of people watch the WNBA because it's not interesting to see women play, quote unquote. And I talked to my homeboy about this once, and he said, women can't dunk.
So
Some can, but I get it, I guess, to play devil's advocate, I guess. I have to be the controversial one here always.
Athletically,
Fine.
they can't.
Athletically, not a lot of women can, dunk a basketball, like, and I mean, like, yam it on niggas.
Right.
Like,
no,
yam
you're
it
right.
on niggas.
You're right though. You're right.
You know?
It's
I feel like
rare.
that's why women in the UFC might be a little bit more successful, but also like the UFC doesn't pay niggas that well, but like just all the money shit. But you can still see women knock each other out and submit each other, and that's what a lot of people come to see. They come to see blood.
Yeah.
When a lot of people want to go see a basketball game, you want to see someone get yammed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And women can't really do that, and that's unfortunate. So my solution:
Yes.
pump these worlds full of steroids, get them yeeked up on them voids, and get them flying.
Yo, basketball crush ain't gonna look the same, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
She gonna be looking like Buzz Lightyear now.
I'll get with her when she's off her cycle.
Oh,
when she's off her
what?
roid cycle.
There you go.
When she's off the roid cycle. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta. Yeah. Well,
Whisper in your ear. It's gonna be like, now I got the rock, nigga. Oh my god.
Did you get taller?
Are you 7'2" now?
To your point about how long the WNBA has been around, the Sports Illustrated article says that for the first 25 years, the WNBA had been owned 50% by the NBA's 30 teams and the other 50% divided among each of the 12 WNBA teams. That has led, not surprisingly, to divergent views of how to maximize those ownership stakes.
Okay.
For some owners, the WNBA team has been a place to park losses elsewhere in their corporations. Some view it as pure charity. One WNBA owner proudly proclaims the value of the WNBA team to be zero, according to multiple league sources, and thus all he spends on his team is effectively a contribution toward the greater good of women's sports. And others have invested consistently in their teams, turning about half of them into consistent profit makers.
God damn. There is absolutely a way you can make the WNBA profitable. I was watching some guy and he said the WNBA is a disaster from a business standpoint, and it's true, and it should fold and not exist.
Yeah.
But it should fold, not exist, but find a new league to revamp it.
Well, here's the thing.
Or just because I believe it can absolutely be done. They can make women's basketball interesting. There's a market for this. Women want it. Men want it.
Yeah.
Like you and me, all three of us love martial arts. We don't care who's fighting.
Yeah. And this is actually the root of the question I was going to ask y'all is like, obviously we're not talking about integrating, men and women in ball games, but like you said, in the UFC, no one's expecting Rose Namajunas to fight Israel Adesanya.
Hell no.
But they're both in the UFC. Is there a reason that women can't the NBA just can't have a women's division? Like, you know what I mean? Like that would be the logical solution to me, because then you're getting folded into a larger network and you have the advertising revenue there.
But the NBA does own it.
They own it, but they don't. That's like even the video that you sent in YouTube.
Okay.
The guy was like, from YouTube rather, in our chat. He was like, I don't understand why the NBA, if they own the WNBA, can't give them more money to make this. Like, if the issue is that you're spending money we don't have on chartering flights, why can't the NBA just allot more money? They're clearly making
bands
exponentially more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like,
no, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, I'm wondering like how, if the WNBA is,
and they make it a part of it, but they do it like bullshitty. Like they'll have Candace Parker in a celebrity all-star game. They'll have women and WNBA players in like for fun all-star games with like retired players or whatever. And Ice Cube even started his own fucking league. Talk to Ice Cube. Ice Cube started Big Three, a 3-on-3 league up to 21 with a bunch of retired
where is
NBA.
Ja?
Where is Ja Rule to fix this situation?
We need to make Where is Ja a fucking sound effect match.
Where is Ja? I know he's somewhere.
Ja Rule got the answers for the WNBA.
Recording the album, but he got the answers, goddammit.
Ja Rule will talk to Ashanti and figure this out.
Look, literally, if they try to put the money in there, they're going to feel like it's a waste. Of the money, because nobody people watch the WNBA, but a lot more people watch the NBA. They want to see
the
like Drew
Nigga
said,
Basketball Association.
They want to see niggas on that court just slam dunking each other, putting dicks in faces.
Yo, they want to see Vince Carter dunk over a 7'2" nigga again. Did you watch that?
Bro, that was fucking amazing.
I told you that. I showed you that, right?
I saw it before, but it was fucking amazing. It still lives
he
up.
Put his elbow in the rim.
Literally. when he had hair, I'm talking about this man had height and hair. Come on now. But then they don't want to see no WNBA. Nobody wants to see it. Now, granted, I'm not coming at WNBA. I love them. I love the players and all that.
But you can go to a game, floor seats for like $50, $100.
Literally. And
I've been dumb close to a WNBA game.
Same. It's just like nobody appreciates them. Nobody wants to acknowledge them.
And you gotta feel for the athletes who are actually going through it too. It's like to know that their performance is undervalued. Literally, like the dollar value of their effort, their blood, sweat, and tears is like way below what it should be.
Disgusting.
And also to have that, like, I mean, you're doing what you love, but like, to what end? You know,
you see all these men, your counterparts, who you might actually technically be better than.
Never know.
Yeah, getting and yeah, it's obviously it's no hate to them necessarily, but you do want to like this is it's times like these where like the people who are in a better position come to obviously the defense of those who are disenfranchised. You want to see a LeBron and a Steph Curry kind of be like, yo, like these are our sisters. They're putting in just as much time as we are, if not more. Our sisters in sport, we should, I want to see some support for them. You know what I mean?
LeBron, and it's heartbreaking that Kobe Bryant passed away, because I feel like once his daughter would got in the league, he would have been that person.
Yeah,
you're right,
man.
You're right, though. But let's think about this. With LeBron's so quick to talk about, and, it's fine. Like, he talks about the police brutality in America. Mm-hmm. But not once have we seen him talk about the WNBA.
No, and the women talk about it.
And that's sort of that's a little questionable. Like come on, dude. Like they're right there too. Just shine a light on them. But I'm pretty sure he's like, nigga, I'm getting paid. All right.
Women protest before the men usually. I feel like.
You mean in terms when
they're in the game, so they'll wear the protest shirts when they're warming up. They'll stand in solidarity. Yes, it could come off a little pretentious, or they're doing it for marketing, but I don't know, when it comes from women in certain times and the timing of when they do it, it seems a lot more stronger than when some of the men do it,
especially when you're making $190,000 a year.
Exactly.
And
that's right,
and that's all that's at stake, but like that's all you have, and so you're still putting like yourself on the line for something like that. Like
you can still get your ACL torn.
Exactly, but and it's like, it's one thing, obviously, to be a millionaire and make statements like that, because you stand that much more to lose. True. But I think it's like when you don't have that many eyes on you and you're still trying to make a statement.
There you go.
That's admirable.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can pull the words out of my mouth. Pause.
So yeah, man. I mean, it really is unfortunate that things are unfolding like this, but. Jude's solution is for them to take roids.
Start dunking on niggas.
I would see if there isn't a way to have the NBA to just collapse it more completely into the NBA fully and have a women's division. I know that. I mean, because I feel like a lot of times
I get that. Like the NBA, National Basketball Association, women's division.
Yeah. And also, listen, I feel like the majority of the American consumer base is stupid, and that if you tell us what we want, we'll want it. So like if you put the money into the WNBA or the women's division of the NBA, which obviously you could say I'm splitting hairs, like that is what the WNBA is, but obviously it's not, because but
like really unfolded, like even in the UFC, there's UFC heavyweight, light heavyweight, women don't get to be that big, and fight or whatever, fine, but bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight maybe, and as women's division, featherweight, women's champion.
Exactly.
So, and don't even give them new names. Have them actually keep the men's regular names, like Lakers women's division.
Oh yeah. Like
not the Sparks, not the Liberty. Knicks women's division.
That would be an interesting idea.
Would that work?
The women's Knicks team. Yeah.
Would that work?
Maybe.
Huh.
That can work.
But I just feel like if
we need a marketing nigga for this. Yeah. Or marketing lady.
I mean, it's ultimately embarrassing for the WNBA to be finding their own team for this when you could just be paying everyone more money.
Literally.
And it's embarrassing by extension for the NBA at large to be kind of ignoring this like collapsing organization, right?
So much could be done. A bunch of boys and girls and non-binary little homies could watch basketball all year round.
Yeah.
They can watch the men play in the beginning of the fall to the end of summer, and the women play in the summer to the end of the fall, and just have basketball all year round, and getting involved and invested in their favorite teams and favorite players.
Exactly.
And really fulfilling their dreams of playing basketball, whatever. And the same thing with other sports leagues like UFC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know there's not a women's division for the NFL and football. I'm okay with that, I guess, because football is just it's horrific. It's a horrific sport.
Yeah, and I've never, I don't want to say never, but very rarely I can't think in my own life have I met a woman who enjoys playing football. Like even
No, I've
know
met
some.
a few. We all know some.
did they grow up with older brothers?
Hell yeah. And she was on the football team with all boys too.
Oh,
Gangsta ass woman.
Yeah. Her and
You
I
know what?
was
Maybe-
Stephanie looked like a linebacker, low key. Not like she's just brolic, is what I'm saying. Don't she lift?
Stephanie. Just do not run after Justin. He did not mean that
Cut that.
in a
cut that.
fucked.
Yo.
He did not mean that in a fucked up way.
Is it her shoulders?
She got broad shoulders.
You know what? She's a butterfly swimmer.
Oh.
So butterfly is the one where it's both hands and you do that. So she's doing a lot of pulling this way.
Exactly.
I get it. I get it, dickhead.
Love you,
my
Steph.
God.
Anyway, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if y'all had anything else to talk about, but we've been chatting for an hour and 20 minutes or so.
That's true. We
it was
have.
a smooth little episode. Yeah, I think.
It was cool.
It was
Yeah,
cool,
it's
you know what I'm saying? Talk about Batman and you know, it will count back Dracula, you know what I'm saying? And
Count
That's
Back Cracula
the
is
villain who needs to show up in Batman 2.
Yo.
Coming directly for Zoe Kravitz.
right.
I was just about to say that. Oh, man.
That could be some shit.
Speaking
be
of
some
it, though, a lot of people have been looking at these interviews of Zoe and Robert Pattinson and like being like, "Yo,
Oh,
like
it's
she
a Dan
wants him."
Tom all over again.
Right, but she's still with Channing. His homeboy was
Yeah,
at,
and
homeboy was
Robert
at the
has a
premiere.
girlfriend too.
Yeah, homeboy was at the premiere, and Zach actually saw him, and he said that dude is big. He saw Channing Tatum and Jason Momoa.
Those are big niggas.
Jason Momoa apparently, this is a Jude thing, had a blazer, took it off, just a vest with nothing underneath.
What? How's that a me thing, dickhead? I'm in a
You would do
I
that
was
shit.
sweating.
You would do
I
that
was
shit.
sweating.
You would do that shit.
I could totally
I'm telling
see
you.
you doing that.
You see
You would
me
have
wearing
like
a
you would have like
blazer.
a beaded necklace with the vest and like some like flare like high waisted like flare pants. You would look fly,
Yeah.
but you know that would be it.
I feel like if
At the premiere of Count Back Cracula in 2026. This is how Jude would dress.
Yo, have West
like you met in the
have West directed.
Yep.
He would,
Yep.
I'm sure he would love to do a
And
Black
Jude
Exploitation.
would be there.
Who scores it?
Who scored? We know some LaGuardia people.
Ain't no more.
Huh?
Ain't no more.
Huh? Hello?
Cone.
Wes, we ate all your Sour Patch Kids, bro.
We did.
We eat this nigga just feeds us.
You might as well just leave some snacks behind.
He did
dude.
apologize for not having the wafers ready for you, so this is
He
this is a
did.
payment.
He did say that, and I was
You
like,
bodied them wafers.
bro,
I ate
them
some
shits
too.
were fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. Them bitches, that hazelnut was hidden. I don't understand.
Bust
Bussin'.
it. Yo, I should bring some cheeses next time.
Dude, what? You know,
Yo.
okay, so we just doing snacks?
Cheez-Its? Oh,
When
snacks?
Cheez-Its hit, they hit, bro.
Yo, when
Yes.
they hit, they hit.
I had these cheddar Cheez-Its, like white cheddar Cheez-Its. Bro. Oh my God. It was heaven. Fucking.
Sounds like it.
You know what?
Sounds
So
like it.
this is what we're going to do. So literally like the next 2 weeks, I'm going to make sure I go to Trader Joe's. We're going to get some good old snacks. Because
Let's just meet up.
Please.
Let's just meet up. No, let's just all meet up somewhere. Like
Bet.
go to Target or something.
Bet.
Or
Bro.
go to Trader Joe's or go to Whole Foods over here. Link up, get some snacks, and we just start busting through these shits.
Bro, no lie. Trader Joe's snacks are a fucking hitter. Like
I never went to Trader Joe's.
Dude.
It's because
Jude.
it's too far, bro. It's too far from
Oh my goodness.
I'm on the east side.
You will fall in love with them snacks. Okay? Literally,
I have a lady
No, I'm not-
friend
I'm-
who goes
I'm not
to Trader
gonna say this
Joe's,
story
who
on
works
air.
at Trader Joe's, and like I don't care.
I just need some good tortilla chips, and I'm fine.
dude, I got you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
shit hit.
I'm down to snack around. You know, the last episode of Medium where we recorded, we were sipping on some Mai Tai while we were recording because
Oh.
Wes had a bottled Mai Tai in his fridge.
Stupid.
Okay.
Right now, I just thought of something, and I'm losing my thought because of my fucking brain. Oh yes, I have a fucking ridiculous story.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yesterday was my last day at work at AG,
yes.
and I was talking to my coworkers. I was like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
let's make sure you deliver this into the mic.
I was like, yo, what do you like to eat when you're high?" And this dude said cheese puffs and Cheetos. I'm like, all right, fine.
Okay.
But I suggested like, yo, what do you like to drink? I like to drink cranberry juice and mini M&Ms or peanut M&Ms. He's like, I don't like cranberry juice like that. Da, 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 da. And I don't know how this came up, but he was like, yeah, I don't like water. Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
This grown man doesn't drink water. Only when he's absolutely sick. He is like, yo,
which is probably a lot because he doesn't drink water.
Because I don't like it. I don't have no taste. I like to have things with taste. So I have like apple juice and orange juice and like teas and.
This nigga's piss could melt steel beams.
His piss can take off the rust of frying pans.
Bro. This nigga's
His piss could
veins.
clean Tupperware.
This
with the
nigga's
pasta.
veins. This nigga's veins looks like Twizzlers. Like,
Oh my god!
ew.
It's just spoiled pea coming out of him. It's not even. It's not even just liquid. It's just. It's
Clumps.
It's just clumps of pea.
God, I hate the word clump.
You hate that word?
That's my moist. I think.
your
Like, I don't mind
Ooh.
moist. When people say clumps, especially when I can like visualize
Clump.
It's a really good word. It sounds like what it is.
It literally,
Bro, we was roasting this nigga for this. Like, you don't drink water? He's like, no, it has no taste. What does water taste like? Life,
It's
motherfucker.
not supposed to have a fucking taste. What are you tasting? Dasani? Like, what do you?
Apparently, there's a new Poland Spring bottle. It's like a
Really?
Poland Spring all natural.
Stop buying
Poland Spring.
plastic.
Oh
Origin.
my-
I think it's called Origin. It's like
Origin.
made from recycled whatever.
Oh, okay.
recycled, I
All right.
guess.
Okay.
Like
Sustainable. Okay. Sustainable.
I've been using this for about 2 years.
How about
got one in
turning
my bag,
garbage
too.
into electricity or some shit? Come on, science, do that, stupid.
Come on,
No, we have to worry about the
science.
water bottles first.
Come on,
Okay.
science, work. Science with a stick.
Hey,
Science thing.
do something.
Oh boy.
Do something.
And on that note, thank
On that
y'all.
note, wear your condoms.
Yes.
Yes.
Take a plan B.
Wash your ass, please.
Wash your ass. Wash your hands. Yo,
Drink water.
stop
Drink
wearing
water.
Stop not wearing your mask in the train. This is like sharing a syringe, my nigga. This is
Yeah.
horrific behavior.
And
Yes.
and we've realized this because of the pandemic, but even before the pandemic, if we're being honest, that we should have been
Yo,
doing
bro,
this.
we should have been doing this mad long ago. China knew what was up. Japan
Japan
knew
did.
what was
They
up.
definitely
Korea knew what was up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, all of us are disgusting. Let's
And it's a
on the
crowded
train-
city.
On
Yeah.
the train, just whop.
I
all
just-
all the Eric Adams power.
All that Eric Adams like residue falling on us, and then you about to sniff that up. See, that's what I don't want. So yes, people, wear your mask.
Yes.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
Wash your ass. Please moisturize. Please moisturize. We are still in winter, spring, motherfucker.
We are in winter
and
and spring, yo.
y'all are out here a little ashy. So please get some shea butter, get some almond oil, get some grapeseed oil, get some lotion if
oil.
you want to, if you want to go there.
And
But
remember to wear your sunscreen too.
wear your sunscreen when that sun
sunny
is
outside.
blazing
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
SPF,
Even if it's
motherfuckers.
cold.
Just
you wanna
because you
protect the
black
skin.
don't mean that it can protect you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, as always, if you want more Uptown Love, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can peruse our back catalog there. Keep up with us across socials at HVO Pod. And, stay tuned. We've got, let's see, how many months? June is when we end our season. So I think we've got about 5 more episodes. Five or
lovely.
7 more episodes in the season.
I'm going to try and go to
Damn.
Mexico in the summer.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We'll figure something out because we still didn't get these motherfuckers content in the summer, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do. Yeah.
Okay.
But until next time, stay easy, stay breezy.
Watching girls' ankles on my shoulders.
Yes.
Watch out for the eggplant parmesan, y'all. Watch out for the eggplant parmesan.
And
Bow.
give a woman some flowers or something.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
give us some love.
Black women!
I love y'all.